De meeste van jullie weten wel dat ik een aantal leuke talen spreek. Moi, je parle un petit peu français. Jag talar lite svenska eftersom svenska är ett jättevackert språk. Och det finns många roliga ord liksom. Ouais, j'ai oublié tout et c'est la vérité. Barnbarn, slutstation, tingbudong, pepparkaka, spritfabrik. Ich spreche auch ein bisschen Deutsch, aber ich bin das meistenteils vergessen. Subquast, snabala, tingbudong. Deutsch reden macht Spaß. Mau. Natürlich, ja, genau. Come bello far l'amore da Trieste in giù, tanti auguri. En zo kan ik nog wel even doorgaan. Mais pourquoi tu parles pas chinois? Maar hoezo spreek ik dan nog steeds geen Chinees? Matilda, sacre bleu. Quoi? Comment? You no speak the Chinese, Matilda. Why? Ich habe keine blasse Ahnung. Why don't you speak Chinese, Matilda? Ja, oi, absoluut. Matilde, ¿por qué tú no hablas Chinese? Aber warum? So you're gonna find out why I don't speak Chinese yet in this video. Okay, so let me just start off by saying that I absolutely want to learn Chinese. And I also started learning Chinese in the Netherlands before I came here. It's just that I feel like I knew more Chinese in June before I came than now. And there are a couple of reasons for that. But none of those reasons that I will give you now really justify why I don't speak Chinese yet. It's just that it happens the way it is right now, and I just want to explain a little bit. 对不起，我的中文不好。herregud. So, reason number one is that Chinese is really difficult. I know people say that all over the place, but I mean, you don't know how difficult it is until you've actually tried. And the reason why it's so difficult is not just because of the characters. On paper, it looks super different than English does or any language that people from the West might be familiar with. So the whole characters not meaning one letter but one, sometimes they mean one word, or sometimes you combine a couple for a word. That whole thing is difficult because reading is quite something else and writing is even more difficult. So most people start by trying to speak some and doing pinyin. Pinyin is of course like the written, like in our alphabet, written Chinese, so that you know from reading it on paper how to pronounce things. And that's really helpful, or that has been really helpful for me. But then on top of that, like the characters, I mean, you can play memory games with yourself, and there are ways of learning that. It's just that each character can mean different things depending on the context. And then on top of that, you have the tones. So I can say ni hao ma, but if I say the ma wrong, I say horse. Instead of how are you, I say hello horse. So that's really dumb. And I tried speaking Chinese when I first came here, and I kept getting in trouble because people didn't understand me, and then I felt stupid because I got my tones wrong. Also, I haven't reached a point yet where I really recognize the tones. So that's something that just requires training, because I have friends and colleagues whose Chinese is really good now, and it just takes a while before you get used to all the different tones. So you have a word like ma, and depending on whether you say ma or ma, it's, it can mean different things. Like there are 4 tones and 4 different meanings essentially for many of the characters. For example, I have one student, he's called Gao, or his last name is Gao, and I thought, oh, Gao, I know that means dog, right? We have Mao for cat and Gao for dog. But I said, oh, so this is your year, your name is Gao, and he's like, no, my name is Gao, and that means hi and not Gao, or maybe the other way around. Anyway, I got it all wrong, so he was kind of offended, I guess. Maybe dog is not a good last name and not his last name anyway. So it's difficult, and I can show you here my textbooks. It's just a little daunting, or not a little, it is extremely daunting, a daunting task to start learning Chinese. So, see, I did used to do my homework, most of it. These are my new ones. I'm starting over. HSK, CD, it's all here. 你好猫？你好吗猫？哦，我的猫非常可爱。So as you can see from my textbooks that I have here, some from the University of Twente where I started, and some are my new textbooks because yes, spoiler, I'm going to start lessons near Dashuvalu to you know, I'm gonna start with the beginning again, but it will refresh my memory, and I will, you know, I paid big money for it, so I'm gonna seriously learn and improve. So yay, Year of the Dog is definitely my year. So one big additional reason for me why I haven't started classes, Chinese classes until now, is kind of a stupid reason, but for me it was a very big reason. So you just saw from my intro, like if you don't know me personally, you saw from my intro that I speak a couple of languages, and people back home, like they know that I speak these languages, so they feel like, oh yeah, Matilda, she's good at languages. And so I had this idea of myself, I'm supposed to be good at languages, so languages should be easy for me. And then it turned out that Chinese wasn't, and I just gave up, kind of thing. Yeah, I would say that this is kind of a pride thing, where I just feel like, okay, so I didn't automatically pick up Chinese. I was a bit arrogant when I came, I guess, because I assumed that I would pick it up, or I would, you know, I thought that I could do that. I thought that I was smart enough to pick up Chinese just like that. And on the one hand, maybe it has nothing to do with being smart, and on the other hand, I was just a bit annoyed that it didn't work like that, and I felt a bit stupid. And yeah, when you feel stupid, you should take classes, but for me it was a pride thing, and I was frustrated with myself for a while that it didn't go as easily as learning Swedish. Of course, Swedish is like Dutch in many ways, and I went to university to take classes for that, so I know that for any language, if you want to learn it, you take classes. So I know it doesn't work like that. I mean, I studied languages at university, for crying out loud. Like, I know what language learning is like and how it works in theory, but in practice I feel like because I'm a teacher I should be better at it than everybody else, and because it didn't go automatically as I wanted, I just felt stupid, and it is a daunting task and I've been putting it off, but I'm getting over my pride now. I know that I need to just take lessons for a while. Also, if you're watching this and you're not my friend or family, please don't tell me in the comments to get a Chinese boyfriend to learn Chinese, because languages don't work that way, and boyfriends and girlfriends don't work that way either, okay? You cannot get a relationship with a person just because you want to learn something from them, like they speak a language that you want to learn and then I could teach them English. Well, that's not how it works, okay? You need to start a relationship with someone because you like them, and because you share interests, and because you have stuff to talk about. Anyway, I could do a whole rant about why I don't want a boyfriend just for learning a language. Besides that, I don't think it is a problem that I don't have a boyfriend. My problem is that I don't speak Chinese. So that's why I'm taking classes now. You can congratulate me, and thank you very much. I'm starting next week, so I hope that before summer I'll be able to do a vlog in just Chinese, perhaps broken Chinese, but I'm gonna do my best. Kanbei. And of course I want to learn Chinese because it shows that you care, so you can, you know, it's not to show off, it's to show that you care about the, you know, the country you moved to show that you want to integrate and that you have an interest in their culture. So I really do believe that I should, and I have known for the past couple of months that I've been kind of failing in that respect, so I felt pretty bad about this. And of course, when you feel bad about something, you want to like go home and cry, but instead now I'm gonna do something about it. thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. I will make a video about Thailand because I went there with a friend, and I will also do a video about education again, and also a rant about fat shaming at the gym. Oh ho ho ho. See you later. Bye everyone. 再见大家。再见大家。The language is like a muscle. If you don't use it, you lose it. And it is that way for my French. Like, I kind of don't like French, so ho ho ho. Mau. Mexico mau. Trovi un altro più bello, che problemi non ha.